here with Michael Wright of Rental Income Tax Advisors via Skype. And Michael, just with regards to the emergency budget recently, it did occur to me that perhaps holiday lets might become a more attractive strategy for landlords, bearing in mind the budget.
Yeah, the furnished holiday lets have long been treated very differently to standard buy-to-let properties. Furnished holiday lets are classed as a trade, and as such they're not affected by these new mortgage interest changes that are going to be implemented from 2017 onwards. So it's an interesting approach, and there may be more landlords that could be interested in exploring whether any of their properties could be operated in this manner. As traditionally has been the case, furnished holiday lets are beneficial to have. The difficulty is in making sure that it can be classed as a furnished holiday let, and then also maintaining it. I mean, there are three conditions really for furnished holiday lets, in that it has to be available for commercial let for at least 210 days. It has to be actually let for more than 105 days, and then you also have to be careful with any lengthy periods of occupation by one person or whoever's in the property at the time. But yes, it's certainly an avenue to explore, and I think going back to our previous discussion about the budget, it's one of those that can be looked at alongside the other options that could potentially be taken, and again really doing a before and after scenario to see what works best for you and for your circumstances now and in the future.
Indeed, and if a landlord has an existing property, we should mention that if it's on a buy-to-let mortgage, you wouldn't be able to use it for holiday lettings. But let's say it was unencumbered and they felt there was demand for holiday lettings in that area where the property was, would it be a relatively simple process from an HMRC point of view to say, well, we did used to let that as a standard buy-to-let, but actually now it's a holiday let?
Yes, I mean the main thing is to make sure that you satisfy the relevant conditions for that. It's important to note really that because they are classed as a trade as opposed to an investment, when you do fill out your income from property pages on the self-assessment tax return, they are shown separately on there. So essentially your buy-to-let properties are all pulled together on the second page of the the property pages of the tax return, and the furnished holiday let is on the first one.
So if anybody's got any questions about this, or whether a property would be more tax efficient as a holiday let, or whether to start buying holiday lets, that's something that Rita would be happy to advise on.
Yes, I mean we do have quite a number of clients who have furnished holiday lets, and we have others who they have been let on a standard basis, and then it's moved to furnished holiday lets, and vice versa as well. And we have a lot of experience dealing with that, and we'll always be delighted to discuss that further with any potential new clients.
Well, fantastic. Thank you very much for those insights, Michael. And as you're probably aware, Nick and I are big fans of holiday lets. We have a couple of them on the south coast in the UK. And I think they are, as you mentioned, a good addition to a portfolio, perhaps even more so now with the tax changes. So it's good to put holiday lets in the spotlight in this regard. So thanks for joining us, Michael.